Hello everyone, this is Asim from Trade with Asim and Sajjad, and today I'm here with the weekly analysis starting from 22nd of October till to 26th of October 2018. Before I start my weekly analysis for this week, I would ask those who have just joined our video or channel, kindly click on the subscribe button just below this video and don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates that we post on daily basis. Starting my weekly analysis from the economic calendar, we have the economic calendar on tradewithasimandsajjad.com/economic calendar. Looking into the economic calendar for this week, we don't have really big news coming in apart from few news from Eurozone, from the US, from Canada. On 24th of October, from the States, we have got crude oil inventories. From Canada, we have got interest rate decision and monetary policy report as well. From the Eurozone, German manufacturing PMI is there and new home sales from the US. Moving on to 25th October, coming week, we have got from Eurozone, German LFO, Business Climate Index, Deposit Facility Rate from the Eurozone, ECB lending for facility and ECB interest rate decision, which might cause a little bit of volatility in the market. And couple of news from the US like core durable goods orders and pending home sales. That's all for the news. We don't see to have a really big volatility in the market for this coming week, but let's see and hope for the good trading for everybody. Moving on to the dollar index, as we can see that currently dollar index is was closed at 95.64 points and the pivot which states as 95.51. We are expecting that the dollar will try to breach resistance 1 at 96.22, and it will try to once again it will try to attempt to breach resistance 2, which is at 96.74. Break above this one will result into touching the resistance 3, which is at 98.10, which is really unlikely. It might get bounced back, but if the week open below the pivot, which is at 95.51, I'm expecting that the dollar will touch 94.92 or below 94.21. So the dollar index is going to be really amazing. So we need to look into the start of the week. If the dollar starts below the pivot, as currently it's trading below above 95.51, so I'm bearish on it, and I would expect that it will try to attempt R2 at least for the end by the end of the week. Moving on to Euro USD, looking into the weekly outlook, it's at a bullish, as the dollar index is bearish. Dollar index is bullish and the Euro USD is bearish on the weekly momentum. As you can see, it got rejected on weekly basis from support 1 at 1.146. It will try to attempt once again to breach 1.146, depending on the dollar index being stronger, and it might try to attempt to reach 1.136. So for the week, the Euro USD seems to be weaker as the dollar is getting stronger day by day. But as you can see, we have got a sideways market from last 2 weeks. It has been trading between 1.164 and 1.146. So I expect that the next week is going to be sideways as well. But we need to catch a really great momentum to get some good pips for the Euro USD so that we can make some great profits. Moving on to GBPUSD, one of the pair which is also depending on the moment of dollar index. As we can see on weekly basis, it's bearish at the moment as the dollar index is bullish. I expect again the bearish momentum for the GBPUSD for for this coming week. I'm expecting that it will try to attempt the lowest of 2 weeks before, and the lowest would be 1.129, which is at support 2 at 1.29. So I'm bearish at the moment for GBP USD, as due to the Brexit we don't expect the British pound to go really high. It might fall, as we can see there is the chances that it might be sideways, but the closure is bearish, so I can expect that it might be much bearish as well, and it will try to breach, or will try to at least achieve 1.292. Moving on to USD Canadian dollar on weekly index, as we can see, the dollar index is hiking, and the USD and Canadian dollar pair is also hiking, going high, and we are at a bearish momentum. Currently, it's trading at 1.311036, and it's above the resistance one, which is at 1.309. It tried to approach resistance 2 at 1.315, but it failed and bounced back from the below the resistance 2. I'm expecting that within this week it will try to at least reach resistance 2, and breaking resistance 2, which is at 1.315, it will try to achieve 1.323. As break above R1, R2 is going to be critical, and it will try to once attain. If it breach R3, it will try to attain the highest point at 1.133. But I'm expecting, and my goal is, my expectation are that it will at least achieve 1.323 at this moment, and I'm bullish on the pair. Moving into USDJPY, it's being bullish at the moment. It is trading at its trading was closed at 112.527, as currently it's below pivot, but I'm expecting as the dollar gets stronger, as we don't have really big news as well, so the market might be driven by the sentiments. So as the dollar index gets stronger, I can expect that the US dollar and Japanese yen is going to get stronger as well. But if it continues to be below the pivot, which is at 1.11, which is at 112.66, 112.666, so I'm expecting that it might try to once again attempt at 111.387, and bridge below this one might go to 110.552. So at the moment I'm expecting, I'm kind of sideways for this week, as it's below the pivot. If it stays below the pivot and did not try to breach the pivot, then I'm completely bearish at the pair. But if it breach above the pivot and it try to attempt at R1, then I'm bullish on the pair. But I would recommend keep watching the USD Japanese yen. It might be sideways, but mostly expected I will be bearish on it. Moving on to US dollar Swiss franc CHF, as it has been moving. Just a second, let me just check my plot style. We are as Hikanashi. All right, currently we are trading at pivot, which is 0.991, and it is trading at 0.99649. So I'm to looking into the dollar index. It is, the more the dollar index is hiking, is going upward and is having a bearish momentum. I can expect that it will try to breach as resistance 2 at 1.001. Currently it's trading at resistance 1, which is at 0.996. Bounce. Totally, I would expect that it will attain at least R2, which is at 1.001. So I'm bullish on the pair for the next week. Moving on to Australian dollar USD and US dollar for the weekly as well. I will check my pivot as well. I am at candlestick. Currently it's trading above the pivot, and I expecting a bullish momentum for the Australian dollar as well. And it tried to attempt in last week to break above the resistance of 0.715, but it failed and bounced back, and currently the trading week was closed at 0.712. I'm expecting that it will try once again to breach R1, and it will try to attain R2 at 0.720. I'm bullish on the pair, and hopefully you guys can catch some great pips while buying the pair. Moving on to New Zealand USD Canadian dollar, as the dollar index is going higher and it's bullish. All the pairs almost are bearish, which is having the primary pair as the US dollar. But here in the New Zealand dollar and the US dollar, it's bullish, but it's against the pair, as the New Zealand dollar is getting more stronger against the US dollar. It tried to breach resistance 2 at 0.660, but it bounced back, and currently it's trading, week was closed at 0.65936. I'm expecting if the New Zealand dollar become more stronger, I will expect that the pair will try to attain or achieve R3, which is at 0.666. So I'm bullish on the pair, even though the dollar is stronger, but the New Zealand dollar is much stronger than that. Our second last pair of the week, which is gold, currently, just give me a moment. I will just check my candlestick pattern. It's candlestick. As you can see, the gold is trading at 1.1226.71. It tried to approach resistance 1 for the last week, which is at 1235, but it bounced back from that resistance, and once again I'm bullish on the gold, and I'm expecting that it will breach R1 at 1235, and it will achieve 1252 at minimum. So I'm bullish on the pair, as the dollar is getting stronger. The pair needs to be bearish, but currently I'm expecting a bullish trend as well on the weekly basis, and it might go higher. But looking into the pivot, as you can see that looking into the week closure, it is the highest. It's similar to the previous week highest as well, so it might be a little bit dodgy, and the market might go sideways. So I'm sideways in the gold, but for sure, if the dollar drops, we can see a bearish momentum. But being above the pivot, I will speculate that overall the pair is bullish for the next week. Starting with our last pair, which is NAS 100 or Nasdaq, the pivot is at 7124, and the closure for the last week was 7082.1. I can expect that it will have a bearish momentum as it's dropping. The dollar is getting stronger as well, as we can see all the shares and dollar and the US stocks are also bearish as well. We will see, and it will try to achieve a minimum of S1, which is at 7028, or it might break this level of S1 as previous week, and it will try to attain at least 6974.4. So I am bearish at the moment on Nasdaq 100, and as it's below the pivot, so I would be preferring that overall the week will go at bearish momentum. That's all with the weekly analysis from Trade with Asim and Sajjad. I wish you a very good trading week. See you then. Take care. Bye.